Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. Once again, you're welcome here on the platform of Awakening of Consciousness. The decision that Vladimir Putin has just made is making headlines in international news, headlines in world news, because no one expected this. This is a first. Vladimir Putin has just ordered a unilateral ceasefire for the Easter holiday period. That is to say, Putin, where we expect to catch him, that's not where we'll find him. No. Vladimir Putin had been accused. You remember we hosted a video conference here just a few days ago, where we said that Europe was in panic. Europe feared the worst, that Russia would commit the worst during the Easter holiday. Since it was on Palm Sunday that Russia committed what we saw in the city of Sumy. It was on Palm Sunday that NATO officers were sent to eternal rest. Several NATO officers. Europe had thought that they should expect the worst during the Easter holiday. And Vladimir Putin, he outsmarted. It's the first time he has declared a unilateral ceasefire, at least as far as I know, since the beginning of the conflict. Unless I'm mistaken. But otherwise it's a first. So, during that period, no hostilities. But when Europe was panicking, it wasn't just panic. It was to show the world that Vladimir Putin is someone who does not respect the truce, someone who does not respect holy days, someone who doesn't care, and all that's on his mind is sending people to their eternal rest. Since on the day of the Palm Sunday celebration, many were sent to their eternal rest. Have Putin, he ordered. Let's dive deep, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to share this video conference. It needs to be shared as much as possible. Make sure to give it a lot of likes. A lot of likes. The information is given. Putin orders a ceasefire. According to official information, Putin orders a ceasefire on the occasion of the Easter celebration. It is on this April 19th, 2025 that he decided. Russia will cease all its military operations from the 18th at 6 p.m. So that means today it continues until 6 p.m. Moscow time, 3 p.m. GMT until April 21st, 2025 at midnight. 9 p.m. GMT. Here is what he declared. It's a gift. The Ukrainians, for the first time, will celebrate peacefully. There is another message behind this. It means that if Putin has the ability to order a ceasefire on all fronts, not just in the air, not just the attacks on energy infrastructures, if he has the ability to order a unilateral ceasefire, then other decisions for a definitive end to the conflict should not be a problem for him. The Easter truce is the first complete ceasefire in the special military operation zone in a long time. So, the official information just confirmed what I was saying with uncertainty. This is a first. We know that last March, there was a moratorium on strikes against energy facilities that was declared for 30 days, but the Ukrainian side did not respect it. What needs to be said is that even the 30-day ceasefire, the moratorium in question, did not cover all operations globally. It only covered a small part, the energy infrastructures. They must not be touched. But the ground combat was supposed to continue. So this time, Vladimir Putin surprises everyone. He orders a temporary halt. How many days is it? 20, 21? 1 day, a day of rest. Just for the Easter holiday. After that day, hostilities resume. So Vladimir Putin, here's what Vladimir Putin has ordered. It's to show the world that he has goodwill, that he is humane. But after this holiday, what Putin might do will surprise the world. Because for now, Ukraine has not yet spoken. Normally, when Russia declares a ceasefire, they too must declare a ceasefire. But they will rather try to take advantage during this period to bomb Russia as much as possible. And you should expect that. You should expect Ukraine to try to amplify things during this sabbatical period. But if Ukraine does it, it is Ukraine that will be seen very poorly. Since Russia is doing its best to portray Ukraine as the bad seed, the bad country, the country that loves hostilities. You'll see it has been decreed. Ukraine, if it's not the various comments being made, that are being made there, Ukraine is capable of launching missiles, uncontrollable ones, which could cause serious damage in Russia. Since on the Russian side, it's the ceasefire. The anti-air defense systems and all that will be a bit more on standby. It's true that they are in a period of armed conflict, but the way will be a bit more open. The soldiers in the fields will go to rest. So, Ukraine might try to take advantage. But whether in the West, in Africa, or almost everywhere in the world, everyone is giving their comments, their opinions on the matter. Perhaps this will serve as a lesson to Zelensky, to Ukraine, who will learn from it and say, listen, we are not going to be seen as the bad guys. We too will maintain our status quo. We will wait. We will all observe the ceasefire, even if it is unilateral. If wisdom, and I do mean if wisdom guides Zelensky through the various comments being made by everyone about Russia's decision. So here is what is happening. We are going to follow this all day tomorrow. We will follow to see who will violate it, even if it is a unilateral ceasefire. There you go. We have seen it in the case of several conflicts. In Noma, for example, in the DRC, when the M23 unilaterally declares what do you call it? The ceasefire. The government also complies with it because it benefits the people and the populations. So if Russia has unilaterally declared, it can only be a huge relief for the Ukrainian population who have been spending their entire days under bombs since 2022. It will be at least the first time in 3 years that there is a day without worry for the Ukrainians, if we can put it that way. So ladies and gentlemen, that was the international news headline. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I will be back shortly with more news. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.